today we're going to do something I've been wanting to do for quite a while. We are headed out to go pick up my 1968 Kenworth W900A. Bought this truck about a year ago, and I have been wanting to do a first start on it, and just haven't been able to make time. I didn't say I didn't have time. I said I just haven't been able to make time. Take the time to do it. I always put something else in front of the fun stuff because there's so much work to do. So we're going to go take the old homemade wrecker. We're going to go hook up to it, tow it to the shop, and see if we can do a first start on it. Ever since I changed the fuel filters on this truck, it's been running so much better. I'm sure the filters were dirty to begin with, but it's running really well now, so I guess this has to be when we tow that truck because it's pretty heavy. This truck, we're probably going to tow it up front, and that's going to be quite heavy, and it's going to pull a lot of weight off the front steers of this truck, so we're going to have to be very, very careful, go slow, take back roads, that kind of stuff. The safety is always on my mind. We're always trying to do things as safe as possible because we don't want to injure anyone else or ourselves in what we do. And I take this towing very seriously. Some people, they ridicule us of this and that, but I mean, you need to understand that safety is of the utmost importance to me. So let's get out here, let's get back up to it and start hooking up. What do you think, lady?
I don't know.
Okay, so we made it just fine. The homemade wrecker, successful again. That one turn where I had to come uphill, it was actually pushing me over to the ditch. It just takes too much weight off the front end, so you just got to be very careful. But we're going to be changing it, so it doesn't matter. Now, this thing is a 1968 Kenworth W900A. It's got a 2-stroke Detroit and a 4 transmission. 4-speed main, 4-speed manual, if I remember correctly. It has rubber bushing suspension on a walking beam. Not exactly the most friendly on your back. Was a road tractor originally. You can see the fifth wheel used to be here, and they stretched the frame from here. It's had countless frame repairs, inserts, welds, stretches, whatever. And
even after they've done all that, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but there is a definite dip right in the valley, right there. Doesn't matter to us, we're not using this suspension, we're not using that frame. You'll notice we got Bud wheels in the front, and we got Dayton wheels on the rear. We're not using any of that. It's an unmolested cab and hood. That's really what we were after. And somebody is going to clean the interior.
It needs it.
Okay. The mice have had their time with it, as you can tell. But it's unmolested, is like I said. You know, the door handles are all here. The window crank's here. The ashtray's even there.
Fan.
I'm a fan. The gauges are all here. Look, the gang's all here. Circuit breakers are all in place. I mean, you can actually still read the dash switch indicators. That's pretty good. I'm sure that's some super efficient defrosters. Yeah, I imagine we're full of mice up there, seeing how it's streaked down the window. As you can imagine, it smells lovely in here. But this is what's called a 4 and a 4, if I recall. Whatever specialized equipment they had in here, there's all the air valves, which we will graciously take those out and use them for something else. Inner axle lock there. Emergency stop. Throttle control, pull stop, water temperature control. I don't know. It's a pretty neat old truck. I'm not sure what they were using it for in the last part of its life, but I guess it doesn't matter. Sure looks like there was a PTO on the transmission or something. I guess we'll have to find out. But we do have good title list, good clean title in my name. And oh, look at that, the clutch pedal's still free. We are going to do a first start on this truck. It ain't going to be today, but we just wanted to get it over here and kind of, you know, make a plan as to what we're going to do. We got mixed stories on this as to when the last time it was started. When I bought it, they told me one thing. When I picked it up, the guys told me something completely different. So, alright, so there we go. Got the hood open. It's a Detroit 2-stroke 8B71. And check out this frame. 1, 2, 3. 3 layers. See how far back that goes all the way. So it was a factory triple frame. Wow. This is 1968, no brakes on the front, huh? There's your power assist on the steering. It's a cylinder back here. Push-pull hydraulics. It runs 4 6-volt batteries. By taking a 6-volt and 6-volt and running positive to positive, all right, we're keeping the voltage at 6 volts. Negative to negative. So those two, that's 6 volts is 6 volts. And then when you take both of these combined and you run positive to negative, now what we end up doing was we made it 12 volts. So we took the 6, and because they're in parallel, these two and these two are in parallel, then we went to positive and negative, which made it series. So now we're 12 volts. Let's see what else. Yeah, the frame's in bad shape. We went over that. We're gonna charge the batteries up, see if they'll come back to life, and use them just to start it. Look how thin that frame is, how small it is right up in here. Pretty neat. That's quite a stack of springs in the front, huh? Starter's 12 volts. We have to take the valve covers off and check the rack and make sure all the injectors are free. And we'll have to take the air cleaner off, so we'll be able to snuff it out if it starts to run away. It's got oil in it, and it's not bad oil. We're going to do away with the fuel filters, and the lines. We're just going to run temporary lines into the pump and go that way. But we're probably not going to use much of this truck. We're going to use the cab and this hood, because the hood's actually in pretty good shape. There's really no damage. I mean, it's been repaired. There's some light cracking here and there, but there's no real damage to it. It's all in one piece. And that is not easy to find, as I was looking and noticed. So, anyways, this tank's on the wrong side. It should be on the other side and turned around. This should be back into there somewhere. So, that's a very interesting exhaust. So, you know, the more you look at it, the more you see that, you know, really we got a cab and a hood, because I don't have any interest in running that 8V71 motor, that 2-stroke. So we'll get it running, and then we'll offer it up for sale with the transmission, which is a 4 and a 4. So we'll sell the two together if somebody wants it. Because really, I think what we're going to do is get this lower, and we're going to use something else on a newer chassis. It'd be nice if I could find a newer Kenworth chassis, complete chassis, to put it on, something, you know, relatively new with a good suspension, good steering, good brakes, where I don't have to spend a pile of money fixing stuff, because that's where your budget goes off the rails. So look for a will it start video coming soon. I've never had this thing started. I have no idea what's the matter with it or what isn't, why they took it off the road. So we will we'll bring you along as we do a will it start. If you guys like what we're doing, give us that thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Leave your comments down below, guys. We will catch you on the next one.